afternoon routine. It rolls around every day. We can't stop it. Afternoon happens every day, guys. So what does our afternoons look like? Let me talk about that. Let me share with you an afternoon routine for me and my family. Hey, Joyful Noise Mamas. I'm Ashley. If we haven't met yet, I love to homeschool my 3 kids. And I love to talk about Charlotte Mason style homeschooling, affordable homeschooling, and teaching the Word of God and teaching Bible to your kids. So if you're excited about that, give me a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. Today's video is hosted by Rachel at Day to Day Joys. She decided to have us talk about our afternoon routines. And Rachel is such a sweet homeschooling mama. She's been on YouTube for a bit and I've just started collabing with her. So I'm super excited about that. So make sure you check out her channel and the playlist below for all the other awesome moms who are sharing our afternoon routine. So recently I shared a video on my day in the life of my morning routine, and it wasn't just for our school morning routine, it was my morning routine, what I do in the mornings to get myself ready before I jump into school. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link to that in this video as well. But today, you know, we all know what happens in the morning. Afternoon comes. It's inevitable and it comes. So I want to share with you a few things of how I do my afternoon. One thing with my afternoon is we need to keep it a little bit slower pace than our mornings. But I do find that if I don't have a plan or expectations, or if they change suddenly, then I really have the tendency to just sit on the couch and scroll on social media. I'll just be honest. That happened to me the other day and I was like, dang it. I had plans to go do something and those plans changed. So I ended up just taking an afternoon to really do nothing. But maybe sometimes as moms, we need those days and we need to allow ourselves to rest. But I think doing that every day is not a good thing. I feel like if I have just a short little list for my afternoon of just a few things that need to be done that afternoon, then I'm a little bit more productive and a little more doing things that are life-giving or will bear fruit in my life or in my family's life. So my mornings really are dedicated to homeschooling and to being with my kids in the morning. My afternoon, the first thing we do is we eat lunch, and then right around that time, the kids get a little bit of free time, or they have to finish up school if they didn't finish it. But most of the time they finish it around lunchtime. For the afternoon, I do several things that gives me a moment to do the things that I need to do. So one of the things I have my kids do first thing in the afternoon is a mandatory quiet time. We set the timer for 30 minutes, and I've even trained this where my 5-year-old will do it. He'll sit for 30 minutes. None of my kids nap anymore, so what I do is have them do quiet time. The kiddos who don't fully read yet, grab a stack of picture books. We set the timer for 30 minutes and they go sit on their bed or on the couch and they read or look at books, read for 30 minutes. And they will do that now, and once they run out of books, they can grab more, or they just sit and rest quietly until the timer goes off. My oldest child, she's almost 10. She reads, obviously. She'll read her chapter book during that time for their quiet time. And then the other thing that I have my kids do in the afternoons is we watch our video curriculum, which is either our Spanish video. I did a curriculum review for our Spanish curriculum that we use. I will link to that in the description below. So they watch a video for that. And then they can also watch a science video. So I talked about how we do science in another video, so you can watch that one too to see how we do science, but they'll watch a science video. So then they have an afternoon job, is what we call them. That changes each day, but I look around the house and I look at things that need to be cleaned or put away, and they have to do an afternoon job before they can have any screen time. So those are things like put away the trash cans, clean off the table, put away any toys that they had out that day that they were playing with. We just want to make sure things are just kind of reset and ready. It's not a huge chore or anything. We do more of our bigger chores in the morning, but it's just a quick little chore to get things a little tidy. So then I allow for some screen time for my kids in the afternoon, and I do limit it to about an hour, but there's a few things that I make them do before they can earn their screen time. So I printed up basically a checklist. I printed up a list that said, you have to do all of these things before you can play your game or watch your TV show. So this has helped us tremendously. Oh my gosh, like they were just coming in constantly, can I play games yet? Can I play games yet? or they would start playing games earlier. Like I'd let them do it right after quiet time. They would start playing games about 2 o'clock, and then they would be on the games all afternoon because I would just get into doing my things and I would just let them play because it was easier because they were quiet and playing. So now my general rule is they have to finish these things before they can have screen time, and they have to wait until it's about 4 o'clock before they can have that screen time. So that way the kids go and they play outside, they play with the train set, they play on the swing set, they play with Play-Doh, they create, and they're busy focusing on just playing and doing things instead of when can I play video games is what they're thinking. So that is what we do in our afternoon. So let's back up. What I do while the kids are doing all those things is several things. Sometimes I'll take a quiet time. I'll just push pause. I'll check my social media and take a few minutes to check my Instagram and answer some messages, things like that. Or I'll take a nap if I really need a nap that day while they're doing quiet time and watching videos. I will also work on just things that I need to get done. So I'll take about an hour or so to work on my work and do any of my Joyful Noise learning things in the afternoon. I will also work on maybe some yard work or some housework, things like shopping lists, creating my meal plan, or calling a friend that I haven't talked to in a while. So that list in the afternoon kind of changes a little bit from day to day, but I generally at the beginning of the week know what I'm doing each afternoon. But I know I at least take a few minutes to rest and to just kind of chill to myself. I also take time to work, and I take time to just take care of things that need to be taken care of. And then by 4 or 5 o'clock or so, I try to make sure all those things are wrapped up, and then we start cooking dinner. And then it's just moves into nighttime routine really, really quickly after that. So there you go. That is basically what I do in the afternoons. And what really has helped me is making sure I have just a general idea of what's going to happen that afternoon, whether I need to work hard and get things done, or if it needs to be an afternoon of rest and recovery, just so I make sure I don't, spend my whole afternoon staring at my phone. Right, guys? And then, I make sure my kids have plenty of time for rest as well and for free play. So they have time to just do and be and enjoy what they love. Don't forget to check out Rachel's channel and the playlist below. Thank you so much for joining me. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. Also, if you would like a printable chores list or an afternoon routine checklist, I will link to that in the description as well and share with you the PDF that I made for my kids. Please let me know if you have any questions. I love that you guys are here, and I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. I'll see you next time.